So I met Harshad a few months ago in Japan, and first we just became friends. We chatted a little bit, and we spent about 3 days, with each other. And the more I got to know about him, the more I wanted to get to know him more. And what he was doing in Japan, he was working on a project for a cosmetic company, and he was doing the branding and the marketing, and catalog design and things like that. And I didn't know much more about him at that time. But more I talked about him, the more I found out that he does. It's much more than it seems. It's much deeper. He does much more behind the scenes than I had ever expected. Now, to give you an example, not only the branding, the marketing, the advertising, he also does the creation of websites, planning, coming up with an idea, coming up with a project, with a vision. He's the whole thing wrapped into one, basically. So we were talking, and I felt really inspired. So I came to India to meet him again, just to find out more about his beginnings and what he's all about. Because the first thing I thought is this guy is deep. That's what I thought, and I wanted to find out more. Of course, we were connected through WhatsApp and all these applications, but it's always better to go meet somebody in person and talk to them, to get to know him, and obviously for him to get to know me. And so I went to India, and in that instance, we started talking about his humble beginnings. That he even showed me the house where he lived. He showed me where he studied. He showed me around the city, and all about his history, about his father, about his ancestry, all that kind of stuff. And at that point, I really thought that he started from a very humble beginning, and now he's a self-made entrepreneur. That doesn't need to do the sales. People come to him for help, and that is something that is very admirable about Harshad, and that just makes me want to work with him, not only on a friendship level, but also at a business level, because I know for a fact that he will never betray his clients. Or I don't consider him I consider him a friend, of course, but he will never betray anybody, and he will always consider everybody family, and he will always try to communicate so that everybody in the company does their part, and everybody's satisfied, and everybody's fulfilled, and the company grows and grows, and the project is a success. And he will create this sort of energy that makes people work together, the synergy effect, I guess I can call it. But I know that his branding skills and marketing skills, and he has a vision for all the things that he does. So in his the company he created, Virtuosity, basically his skill sets is a large portfolio. He's like a one-man army, if you will. He does the branding, he does the advertising, he does website creations, he does photo shoots for them. He comes up with ideas, he comes up with a vision, and most importantly, people follow him, and people come up to him. He doesn't have to do the sales. He came to this point where people hear about him, his reputation, and they're like, Harshad, help us, And that is something that is very admirable about Harshad. And I would say, when it comes to, I don't want this only to end in India. I'm from Japan, and I would like to obviously extend my business, and I would like to collaborate with him more in an international scene. For instance, I have contacts in America, I have contacts in Europe, I have contacts in Japan, in Asia. So with the help of Harshad, we can create a unity, a united, ideal sort of concept for every business. And I believe that will happen because I trust him and I believe in him. When it comes to having an idea, and through the idea you make the brand, and through the brand you make an actual physical product. Harshad has been doing that for 20 years. He's a veteran. A lot of people have ideas. A lot of people have wild ideas. But when it comes to actually making that into a physical product or a brand, not many people are capable of doing that. And Harshad will help his clients, aid his clients, and work together with his clients side by side in order to create that.